There's no such thing as the last job on a Land Rover, is there? One of the things I was doing last night, came round, because the car's outside now, I thought about time to lock it up. There's the key, but does it lock? Well, look. No. So in this video we're going to have a look at the door lock, because this is just typical of Land Rovers. You know, it's old, it's 30 years old, man. Or whatever, 29 years old. Or whatever it is. But before we do that, remember I put all brand new door seals on this. And the windows been done, the Alpine windows have been done, the side windows have been done. Everything's been done. But when there was a severe thunderstorm last night, big one, and at least it's now cleared the air so it's not hot and humid and sticky. But there was water on the floor. Bugger. Where's that getting through? It's only on this side. Bugger. So, you have to be a bit of a detective again, and I'm going to zoom in and I hope this comes out. Can you see here that this panel is wet? Now you can see where it's been dripping down here, dripping down here, dripping down here, drip, 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 there. So where's it coming from? Well, this one's an easy one. Again, detective. Should have Elvis Costello watching the detectives. The water is coming down this gutter into this hole here where the snorkels should have fitted, behind this trim on the side, dripping onto here, along here, and dripping on the floor. Simples. So we don't have to worry about that. We just got to decide what we're going to do with this flipping snorkel. But so the door seals are holding up, the vent seals are holding up, everything's good. We get that fixed, we'll sort that out. But first, let's have a look at this door. See what we have to do. Well, we have to take the door card off. Alright, so we have to take the door card off, so let me get some tools and we'll get into it. So here we go, we've got our cordless impact with the Phillips on, regular Phillips, hammer, naturally, dismantling tool, naturally, and a pricky with a hook on. Dismantling tool is for taking this off. Just like that, just knock it up, it'll come off, hit it just here, then you don't break them. Now we've got that out, we might as well access these screws under here. I'll have to stop now because we've got visitors. Right, take these off. That's easy. This one's a bit more tricky under here. Oh, they hardly put it in. Ooh, there's a treat, look. This is the original screw. Notice it's got a shoulder on here. Can you see? I think these things are about $15 Canadian. I don't think it really needs that, but no. Yeah, that's alright. Now your pricky thing is for your window. Take your screw, take your prick and get under the hook at the back. There's a little clip, I'll show you in a minute. And pull it off and try not to. So this is what you're going to do. You get your pricky thing, pull that clip back, and then, not to forget it, push it back on so it doesn't jump all over the floor. Take that off. And now we're going to take the door card off, which shouldn't take too long. Oh. Not going to take long at all, really. And there we go. See? Two original clips on. So we're going to have to fit a new set of clips on there. Not a big problem. They're rubbish anyway. We all know that, don't we? So let's have a look at this lock. Oh dear, dear. Oh, it's an easy one. Let's have a look. So, can you see, boys and girls, what the problem is? The lever's missing. Well, that's kind of easy. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, and the screws hanging out from there. So, here's the offending article. I'll just get my prick out again. There it is. And the little clip's missing. Hope you can see that. There it is, look. The little clip's missing. That's all that's needed in there. But we're going to try and screw this handle down. That's unscrewed. This has been off before. But you can see the doors are really in good condition. You can see where I've squirted all this in here with crown rust proofing. It's done a real good job. This is a typical problem here. The door's cracked. So we'll have to sort of get the welder out and weld that up. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, nice doors. Yeah, so we'll get a welder out, put a clip on there, job done. Over the years I've come accustomed to putting everything for one job in one box. This here is a box for doors. I have blank keys, I have ignition keys. These are actually off a Maserati, believe it or not. They're a lot cheaper to get than the actual Land Rover blank keys. Barrels. These screws are for desperation jobs when you have to screw the card on. These little screws are for repairing the door card. What else have we got in here? Ah, this is what I wanted to show you. This is the clip that's missing. Like that one. Yeah, that's the one. It's jumped off, so we put that there. But not to be confused with this type. This type's on the lock as well, but you see it's got a plastic bushing in. Well, we don't need that. We just need to fiddle on and get this one in. So let me fiddle with that. But it is a good idea, instead of having lots of packets all over, just keep things specific, you know, like for injector pumps and bits and pieces. It's a real good idea because it saves you a lot of time. And you've got all your toys in one box. Right, this is going to be where's the camera gone? This is going to be a bugger of a fiddly job. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the screws off the bottom here, here and here, and pull that door card back a little bit, or the winder mechanism, and then I'll gain a bit more, better access. But first of all, let me see if I can tighten up that screw. I bet it doesn't. Well, no, it doesn't. It's a bad one there, yeah. Oh. Them Malawi lads obviously need some porridge on the morning, like yours truly, so you got some strength. I don't think these people in Malawi have any strength whatsoever. That's all it took was to screw the handle back on. It's still a bit loose. And I think this one's loose here. Oh. Sorted. Let me get a 10mm out, we'll pull that winder off. Impact guns have a great many uses, you know. So we're holding the winder off. We don't want to take it off because that means taking off the mechanism here for the latch. We're not going to do that. Yeah, that'll be alright. Right, let's see if we can get that clippy thing on. Watch this fall on my hands and snap down. Oh. There we go. Now, we found out that the lock is actually upside down. Ah, well, that's a lot of fun, because that's come off too now. I have to show you this. The barrel is upside down. Not the barrel, but the lever is upside down. I wonder if I put the key in, it'll go the right way around. Hey, look at that. Now, one thing that's interesting here, it looks like it's got a little square screw in there, like a Robertson, but I can't see the reason why. That's not a Phillips. Oh well, let's get this lock put back on. So there we go. Can you see it? It's there, look. It's back on. It's a tricky little clip to do, but just by moving the winder out, you can get to it all. So I'm going to bolt up the that winder, and then we'll have a go at welding this up. Now, this is going to be tricky. I don't want to take all this lot off, but let's see what we can do. So, does it lock? Oh, look at them doors. Yep. There we go. So that clip was only $700 to the customer. Nah, they're really cheap. But like I say, I buy everything in packs of 10 because they're so notorious repairs, if you see what I mean. They go on and on forever. You know you're going to use them. Funny, because this must have been off before. Well, naturally it's been off before, because the clip wasn't in the bottom of the channel down here. So, next thing, whilst that's on there, we'll take them top screws off. We'll take this waste seal off here, and then we'll see about welding up this piece. It was a really bad idea. I realised when I drilled through here, I completely wasted my time, because it's not quite like the other ones. There's only a box section here, but I got into there and squirted all the way along here with the crown, but I realised that I didn't have to do it. Well, still, it got oiling at the top, and when you're rust proofing, it's a good idea to put it in the top and let it slowly descend. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So that's done. Now let's take that top off. Let's do it now. Because I'm going to tell you some other trade secret. Don't tell anyone. Why didn't I take it all off at once? Well, like I said, because you start messing about with all the linkages. That is the length of the screw. Don't put anything longer in the top of the door, because what it'll do is it'll hit the glass, and when you slam the door, it can actually shatter the glass. I've actually seen that happen before, where people have put long screws in, and sometimes when you shut the door, it goes ka-tung, and it's only a matter of time before it breaks. You know, so don't. That's what, 10mm. There we go. So I'll get the pump jack, push this out, take this seal off again, taking that waste seal off. Now again, when I did the video about taking the weather stripping off the outside, your dismantling tool comes in really handy, because if you sort of pull them off and rip them off and bend them, well, they go like a banana and you can't put them back because they've got metal inserts in them. So simply get underneath them and gently hammer them like this, look. Or even just twist it. Now it's off, it should twist. Lifts and separates. Use your tool and look at that. It's nice and straight. Now we're going to have to put some metal down behind here for the glass. We don't want the glass to get damaged. Oh, Or alternatively, we could actually wind the window down, couldn't we? Now we're still going to have to put some, that's going to be worse. We'll put some metal down there. Looks like it's going to rain again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this close to my garage door so I don't have to move my welder too far, and just get set up for doing the welding. Back in a bit. This piece of the door's got particularly bent. So you can see what I've done is I've taken the latch mechanism off, and I've also taken the little plastic inserts out because I don't want them melting. I've got some tin behind here, and I've also got the die grinder and cleaned off the paint. Now what I'm going to have to do this in sort of 2 stages. I'm going to have to weld this top piece and then bring this bottom piece in to meet, because it's gone like that type of thing, if you see what I mean. So I'll get the welder set up. I'm not sure how it's going to weld. Unfortunately, it's in one of those places where you really can't put much of a reinforcement in. What a bad idea, you know. Catalogue of bad ideas, these cars. Never mind. It would have been better if they had a box section behind that, and it would have rusted out better, but never mind. It's very, very poor. Right, let's get the welder set up. You can probably see there's a gap here, but it's tight here, so I'm going to try and get a weld on there first, bring this forward, tack it at the bottom and then weld it. Like I say, grind all the paint off, because if not, you can weld over paint with a MIG, but it's not all that good a weld. Now I don't know what my settings are on this thing, but we'll see, because that's just a little 100 amp welder, more than sufficient for this job. Right, I might as well film it, because if it comes out wrong I won't put it on the video. I'm going to try with not exactly on full speed on this one. This is a 0.6 wire. Let's see. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. In fact, it's pretty good. I'll just bend that a little bit. I just use a pair of eagle beaks there, just to push it together. Put a tack on the bottom. That's going to be good. I'm not worried about the little bits of MIG wire. We'll dress that up later. Alright, see if we can weld this up. Yeah, that's got it. That's got it. First thing you do, go and turn your gas off. It was a bit tricky to get into to weld it. It's not the perfect weld, but yeah, it's good. It's not cracked or anything like that. We'll dress those bits off there. But you see, like I say, you can't build too much weld up, because you've got to get this bolt back in here. We'll let it cool down. We'll put some, I think we'll put some zinc primer on that. I think that'll cheer it up a bit, won't it? But you can see how the heat's transferred across to here, so yeah, it would have melted those bits and pieces, so it's a good call to take them off. So let's get that dressed up a bit. We'll run a wire brush across it, get all that loose paint off and zinc paint it, and we'll put some crown on it after that once it's dry, so we can get the crown at the back, and then we can box this up. It's still a bit warm. I wire brushed it, realised my wire brush had a load of grease on it, so I'll just give it some brake cleaner. There you go. That'll do that. Now it's just a matter of screwing it all back up again. Here's one of those did you know things. Did you know that this piece here is movable? You can move it around a little bit, because sometimes when you put your door card on, it'll jam to one side. So when you take before you put this piece on, you can just centralise this piece in your door card and then it won't jam. Isn't that good? Save your glass. From there, on the lock mechanism, on the bolts, on this bit. Pivots. There's a pivot in, there's a slider in here. Ooh, even the rust proofing got in there, but we'll put a bit more in just in case. There we go. Now it's just a matter of bolting it all back up again. The glass is still there, that's good. The waste seal is pretty self-explanatory. The fluffy bit here goes towards the glass. There we go. Use that again. Brilliant. They do crack here quite often when the door's either badly adjusted, bad door seals, anything. It's because you're constantly banging the bloody door shut that it cracks, but in reality it shouldn't crack, but like I said, there's always a reason why. Right, door cards, eh? Right, we'll take this off with my prick again. Pull this latch back. And let's see about repairing these door cards. Where have they gone? So here we are. Like I say, we've only got 2 fir trees in here. All the rest are missing. Yeah, they're all the little spiky bits are still inside some of these. Well, there's one. Oh, that one's alright. All I did was just push them through, if they will. But just make sure that they're all open. You know, like there's a hole, because otherwise you have a hell of a job trying to get them back in again. That's alright. Oh, there's one, look. Push them through. There you go, it drops on the floor. And then you can't get your screwdriver up. Now there's one here that's stuck. How are we going to get that out? There we go. Get that off. Push it through. And it's on the floor. It'll compost eventually. Right, so let me get those clips replaced. I was quite fortunate I could get all the clips on, the original fastenings, except for this one here. As usual, it's snapped off, and as many of you have seen how to repair a door card, it's kind of easy. I'll do it live. A die grinder. Take the little top off. Like that. Small drill bit. Don't drill through your hand. Get the centre. Little pilot hole, that's all you need. It's kind of difficult. Wait a minute, I'll put it down here a bit instead of lifting it all up. Just go slow. That'll do. Small countersunk screw. Screw it in. See? Don't go all the way through. You just want to leave the head sticking out a bit. And then take your fir tree clip and fix it like that. Easy, isn't it? Right, let's get this door card on. Now, you've probably been observant and noticed it hasn't got the membrane on the door anymore. I can't quite work out why they put them on. It's something to do with humidity. Like if you're in the car, the warm air meets the cold, it makes condensation, makes your doors rot. Pfft, does it matter? I don't think so. They're going to rot out anyway, so who cares? Right, now to line up the door, I look at it like this. Line up the top clips. Make sure they all go in. And then start to put the bottom ones in. Down here. You sometimes have to use your dismantling tool to get them all lined up. Anyway, we're going to do that one last. I'll have a look at these ones here first. That's in. I'm keeping pressure on it to get this one here. That will last a lunchtime, if not longer. So that's on. The next thing we can do is start to put the door back together. Where's my screwdriver bit gone? Here. These things are bloody awful as well. I don't know. They must have had an awful department at Land Rover just thinking, well, what is basically adequate to get it through its warranty? You know, these things always fall off. The handles are cheap, but you shouldn't really have to keep buying them. Here's the other screw. No, put screws, tighten screws up until they're all in the holes together, if you see what I mean. Otherwise we'll miss a line. There we go. That's that on. The window's at the top, that's good. Let's put this little piece on here that does precious little. Make sure your clip is in the right place there, you can see that. Now I like to put them at an angle, like a jaunty angle, down here. I don't put them that way, I like to put them this way. Don't ask me why. And then give them a pull, make sure they're not going to come off. Because sometimes you get the spring on, it doesn't come off properly. I'm going to put this on because I've got... People are taking dogs for a walk today, I don't want them in the video. Just them out of the way. Do you know something? There's hardly anybody around here who knows I do videos for YouTube. My neighbour only just found out a few weeks ago that it was me on YouTube down here. He says, I've been watching all this time, I didn't realise it was you. My neighbour! Oh, makes all sorts, doesn't it? So the next thing, as you see me demonstrate earlier, this is on a slot, so line it up so it's in, this piece is in the centre, or centre-ish. That's good. Because you know Land Rover had a problem with aligning things, so everything's on slots. Useless, isn't it? Line it up, bang it down, done. Voila. Door card on. Oh, forgot something. I was jumping the gun there. They put these clips in the diagonal opposite corners. There's one here and one here. these things, these little buttons. Now they are most stupidest idea ever, because they've got a stud in the middle of them that in order to get them out, usually you have to push the stud into the door frame. Well, then it's gone. Fortunately, I was managed to wiggle these out. If you can salvage them, these aren't the cheapest of things. What I use sometimes is fir tree clips, and I'm not sure if I've got... No, I haven't got any in that box, but I use like a plastic fir tree clip. You know, the ones that similar... I use black ones, that's what I'm trying to say, that usually go in the ceiling to hold your roof card on. That's that one. And that's that one. And now we're finished. So that's how to repair a door. And that's going to... The door card doesn't touch, which is a good thing. And I have lost the keys, don't I? There we go. Oh, I've got to have to say it again. Don't these doors shut lovely? Genuine seals. The only thing they did get right, mind you, it took them a long time. Lock the door. Open the door. Job done. Hope you like that. If you've got problems with your doors, let me know and I'll just ignore everything. No, if you've got problems, a lot of people are building the Land Rovers up this summer and they've got an awful problems with alignment of doors. You know, we've done them time and time again. There are techniques to do it. I've got them on video, I've got them all over the place. You just have to go to my homepage on YouTube and in the search there, just type in doors. You'll come up with loads and loads of info. So that's that. Another job done. See you later.